to be an old cable swing tied up in a tree, and we'd swing off of that.
Where's this at now?
Right off between here and that house.
Uh-huh.
A little creek running down through that little branch.
And you had a swing down there?
Yeah, cable swing. And I was swinging on that thing one day. Old Lester Shepherd grabbed my feet, just held on, wouldn't turn loose, and I gave out and had to turn loose of that swing, and I hit that sand in that creek bed right on my belly, just knocked all the wind off.
Huh. And how long did you live in this house?
Oh, we moved here in the fall of '31, and we left here right about the first year in '32.
And that barn there was a gas plant?
Yeah.
It was not a barn?
No, it was changed to that later. It was, I say, a gas plant. I think that was the old powerhouse.
Oh.
You know, that ran these wells around here. They had
so there was
pump
cables and pipes and stuff running in and out of that place?
Uh-huh.
Did it have diesel motors out there running? Or?
I don't know if they were diesel or probably natural gas.
But they had motors, you could hear them running all the time?
Yeah.
Was that noisy? Or?
Pretty noisy. You could hear it for still day. You could hear it for a mile.
And right around here behind us is some kind of a Phillips natural gas plant, right? Natural gas company, anyway. Huh.
We had an orchard. I think it might have been right in here where that orchard was.
What kind of an orchard?
Oh, apples, peaches.
And how many acres of land did you have that you lived on here? And you lived here for about 2 years?
It was cold, snow and sleet.
Yeah.
The horses didn't hardly hold footing to pull a wagon.
Huh. Yeah. And like that tree right over there. Yeah, is that a mulberry tree? You say that mulberry tree?
Yeah.
Behind that stone wall?
No.
But the house where you lived is not here. And what kind of crop did you have?
I think we had some maize.
And is that when you got sick that summer?
No.
Oh, I thought you...
No, that was 1934.
Oh. And you say when you was a kid, you used to go down north here, up over that hill, and where the Grundys had some church or something.
Yeah.
And they got pretty noisy, and
Oh yeah.
it was entertaining to listen to them.
They were lively.
It was a black church, huh?
Yeah, they enjoyed their religion.
Yeah. How about that? And your farm land that you worked on went down below down here.
Yeah.
Down toward is there a creek down there?
Yeah. Yeah, just right down here away.
Yeah, this is the hill overlooking Henryetta here, isn't it? Yeah, there's the old Henryetta.
A little city in the valley.
Yeah, and what else did he say?
Where the sun shines just a little brighter, the raindrops are a little purer, and the grass grows a little greener.
That was Leland Gorley.
Yeah. Leland Gorley.
Henryetta freelance.
He's an Henryetta freelance editor, and what was he? He was governor. Can't remember his name, but he was the governor's right-hand man.
Governor Edmondson, wasn't it?
Edmondson, yeah.
That's not Ball Knob.
Ball Knob is
Oh, it's
right
not
here.
bald
It's
anymore.
not bald anymore.
That's it right there in front of us.
Uh-huh.
Ball Knob grew some
Whiskers.
stuff on it, yeah.
Hair.
And over that way is the cemetery, isn't it? Oh, my camera's getting
West Lawn.
out of focus here.
Boy, that has tripled in size from the time I first knew it. First funeral I was ever to at that place was Claude's dad, Zach Fulton.
Whose place is this?
That was Red Holmes, my former boss at Progressive Chevrolet.
Yeah. On the hill overlooking town, huh?
Yeah.
Now, is he still living?
No. He got heart trouble in his older years. Well, there's not much around there anymore. Stubbs just about went out of business.
Yeah, I remember coming out here to this Ellis junkyard and getting some old wheels and axle to build a little old push go-kart.
Oh.
Old Bobby and me made carts,
Uh-huh.
and I rode my bicycle out here, and I guess you brought me out here, or Mama did, in the car, and I got some wheels and stuff. Then, is this 9th Street? Well, it's a couple blocks up.
Yeah, this is 13th right here.
And where did we turn off to go out to Wilson? When we lived out there.
9th.
There's the old tennis courts.
Mm-hmm. Dr. Smith was the one that instigated that thing. He was quite a civic worker around Henryetta.
Yeah.
Ruffy. You remember old Bill that used to run Center Auto Supply?
No, I don't think so.
I think he's still running it.
Yeah. Well, I remember when they opened up the bowling alley.
Yeah.
A long time ago. And there used to be a barber shop in the corner here.
Yeah.
And I used to take me there to get my hair cut. That's where they used to give me a little free sample of Wild Root Cream Oil.
Oh.
And then used to be a Patty Ann restaurant there on the corner.
Yeah. I stopped in here at John Jones's barber shop a while back, visited with him. This one right here on the corner, Deluxe Barber.
Yeah.
What a Napa parts store. I wonder who's got that.
And the dentist office used to be over there in the back corner of that building. I remember going to the dentist. Was his name Taylor?
Probably was. I think so. Burnett Hardware.
Yeah, you know him.
Yes, old Joe's still operating that thing.
Yeah.
C.R. Anthony's still in business.
Yeah, they moved the old doughboy down by the post office from here, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. The old grocery store's gone, switched around.
Yeah.
Where did we need to go here? Straight on through?
We can go two different ways. We can go out East Trojan and on out through Coosa and over to Bartlett, or we can go out through Dewar, whichever you'd rather. Kaywood's still got a parts store.
Yeah?
That's where I got my old Model A pickup overhauled, right there in that shop.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Well, this is, the old Progressive Chevrolet used to be right up there on the hill, didn't it?
Yeah.
And tore it down.
This side of where the bank is.
And, yeah, I used to, this was part of my paper route territory.
Yeah.
The old highway curved around through here. That was something else.
Jim Powders.
Jim Powders. Who's that?
Got a shop right in there. What was
Kenny's little brother?
No, Kenny's cousin.
Alvin?
Alvin, yeah.
Now there was old Mac Wright's gas station.
Yeah. That's
where we
it.
used to go, and then the schools.
School's right across there.
Yeah.
Tore down the old Washington building.
Yeah.
And,
I remember this old substation here too. That's an old place.
right here on this curve, old Calvin Earnhardt and another guy was coming this way, and a truck was going that way, and that truck went around that curve too fast and laid right over on Calvin's hood, just smashed it to the ground. Just right in front of their feet. Semi-trailer just laid over on them.
Yeah.
Ronald Lee looks like he's closed up. Got the door shut anyway. You know, there's a family down here called Bertha, and I'm sure they were my grandma's relations, and she told Bertha, said, "We're kin to you. Their name's Martin, and they live right over in here somewhere. I've got to look them up one of these days."
Yeah.
Bertha wouldn't even talk to them. I think they want to come over and talk to her. She wouldn't even invite them over.
Wonder why?
I don't know. Bertha, she was strange.
In that regard, as far as people she didn't know, or...
Well, you know, when we went down there in Arkansas, though, Frank and his family, she said, "Them's not my kin folks."
Well, I remember going out here to the armory, to Boy Scouts.
Did you go with me to that wrestling match that time?
No.
That was kind of funny.
Yeah, it was the old armory.
Old Summers, I can't remember his name. He was wrestling out there. Well, both of them, two brothers, were wrestling. One of them got a hold on the guy, and I mean, he had his latched up, you know. Somebody in the crowd sang out, "Oh, let me go, let me go." And that whole place just roaring. That song, you know, Let Me Go Lover.
Let Me Go Lover. Yeah. Now didn't the Putmans live out just to the north here?
Back
to the left?
Back there where that station was, north of that.
Yeah. There's a lot of little nooks and crannies of communities around here.
This is that overpass.
Yeah.
We built a track out this way, a loop around that thing while they was excavating it.
This is the one you said Uncle Robert got overheated and had to go lay down in Aunt Bertha's house?
Yeah.
That was in 1940?
40 or 41. I can't remember for sure.
Yeah, the old smelter got torn down.
It's done and disappeared.
It was right over there. Yeah. That was a big industry, wasn't it? A lot of people worked out there.
They worked a lot of people and they killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
And that smoke and dust out there just killed them.
Yeah.
I think it contributed a whole lot to Floyd's passing. He worked in the whales kill down there, and there was just dust and smoke, chemicals.
Road to Dewar here.
Yeah, this is coming through here one night with the school reunion.
Oh, just recently, huh?
Last year.
This is the town of Dewar.
Yep.
Big place.
D-War. You got your sound.
Yeah. Yeah. D-War, huh?
Yeah. That's the way it's spelled.
Yeah.
This is the last schooling Robert got. When we left here the 1st of January in 30, that was the end of his schooling.
It was.
He was a sophomore in high school.
Well, they're tearing that place down.
Yeah. That's part of the old school building.
You know, it seems like we came over here and went to something at the school one time.
Was it a ball game?
I don't know, or a supper, or I don't know. Seems like, I don't know what it was, really.
Bob Jean was born right off out there in the woods.
Right over in these woods?
This big house here, they owned the house back in there. Tom and Letha lived there at the time. I don't know if the old house is still there.
The old highway and the country around hadn't changed that much. It's got a few new houses.
Yeah, that's true.
About the same old road.
They built this house, this highway in 1927, 28 on in there. It was brand new then.
Well, that was a nice one.
Yeah.
For the time.
Before that, the highway to Shakota went right in front of our house up there by the old schoolhouse. Just dirt and sandy road. And this was paved. That was really an improvement.
You mean the highway was not paved until 27?
No, this one was. Buses, trucks and everything came right down in front of our house.
Fork River Bridge. And then right here, the last road west of it's where you turn off to Bartlett.
Yeah. Right.
Boy, this is a kind of a little lane of a place.
Yeah. This was once the main highway, but
before
it was even blacktop.
And this was the highway.
Yeah.
Before 1927.
See this old sycamore tree here?
Yeah, we just went under it.
Yeah.
What's it? That was always there, huh?
Now, Right, well, a little further up is where we used to live, our house. But my dad did some work on that house right there before I started school. I came down here and helped him. That seemed like a long ways then. I was mixed up in which sycamore tree that was. It was up here. Grown up.
Hard to recognize anything, huh?
Yeah.
We can turn around and come back this way if we need to.
I think right about here. That old schoolhouse sat right in here. But I don't. Wayne said the foundation was still here, but I don't see it. Let's let's pull up here and we'll just go on down the hill if you want to. Across the track.
Okay. The whole time you lived in Bartlett, you lived back up in this area?
I lived back up there.
Right close to the school, huh?
First 7 years, and then we moved down here across the track. This used to be where the teachers lived, right there. That old house has been there a long time.
Huh.
This
was there stores or anything like that?
Yeah.
Along in here?
Well, right down here.
This was the kind of like the main part of town right through here, right?
This old house here used to be the store.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
You'd go in there and buy stuff?
Yeah.
What was across the tracks?
We lived down here. We moved from up on the hill down across the tracks here.
When you were 7?
Yeah.
I didn't realize you lived here in Bartlett that long.
Oh, yeah.
So this was your main place then, wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
This is what you'd call your real home. Now there's some old concrete, looks like back over that way.
Over here.
That's to the right.
Now that's probably...
Any trains coming?
I don't see any.
Well, this is a...
Now see, when you get clear of the track, see how this road curves right there?
To the left?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's a little road.
Me and my dad came over that track in an old Model T Ford.
Yeah?
And we turned to the left here.
Yeah?
And the car door flew open and I just rolled right out on the ground.
And you were heading down that way, huh?
Heading
Down east there.
And my dad jumped out of the car and run back here, picked me up and said, "Are you hurt?" Now if you want to go on down this road, maybe I don't know if the old house is still here or not.
You moved when you were 7 years old down this road.
Yeah, we moved down here. This was an old slough down through here. And old houses. We farmed this field right here.
You did?
Uh-huh.
What did you grow out there?
Corn and cotton.
Different crops, different years, or in the same?
Well, we lived here 2 years.
Uh-huh.
Moved down here in the fall of 27 and lived here in 28 to 29.
And this is part of the Eufaula land in here.
Yeah.
Lake Reservoir land. Did it ever flood in this area when you lived here?
Oh, yeah. We couldn't even drive out of here when it rained. I don't know.
Where was
Can't
your
even
house?
see the old house. It was behind us back there.
Oh, it's back along the side.
See that well out there?
Yeah.
I remember when that well was drilled and it was pumping when we lived there. And they had a wooden derrick there over that well.
They did.
And have you heard me and Clyde talk about remember that guy's name? His last name was Campbell. And
Glenn?
no, but he pumped this lease several wells around here. And that something went wrong with the governor on that engine and pumping that well. And boy, it had a runaway. That old walking beam on it was really going up and down. And I saw him up the hill over there where we came from, come running from one of them wells over there and coming down here to shut that down.
Huh.
And
now, was this road here then?
no.
Oh, this is just a new road somebody
Yeah.
built across here. And this, what we're driving through, is where you used to farm, right?
Yeah.
Your dad?
Right. Started school here in the first grade and went through the third, or went halfway through the third.
Yeah.
Moved to west of town and went to Irving School.
Yeah. And you're standing on the sidewalk that went up to the main entrance?
Yeah. And right about here, right over here is where we were standing when they took the lower grade classes.
Yeah.
And over here to the right, south side of the schoolhouse is where the basketball court was. And they played the basketball game.
Yeah, right in there.
Uh-huh.
And that's where Wayne used to play basketball out there, huh?
Yeah. Wayne and Robert, Lisa and Bertha. Yeah. Lisa played, I know. I think Bertha did.
And there's the corner of the foundation of the school.
Yeah.
And you said there was a bell tower that was right about here in front of that tree?
Yeah. Yeah, right in front of that tree.
And that tree has grown up in there since the school was torn down in the 40s?
In the 40s.
And then over here to the north.
Over to the north, just across where there used to be a fence at the north boundary of the schoolyard, is where our yard started. And our house was there closer to the road. And behind the house is our old garage and in-house.
Yeah.
And the outbuilding.
Would your house have been right there between those two trees, or close to the second tree there?
It'd been over about where the second tree is.
Uh-huh. And then straight out behind it, you said, was a garage and a hen house?
Yeah. And our path went to the outhouse.
Your outhouse would have been right along in there. Then out behind the outhouse was that oil well.
Yeah.
I can see the concrete piers there.
Yeah.
And the oil well was right about in there.
Yeah, they drilled the well right in between those four biggest piers. And then back over this way was where the power unit was that they used to drill the well with. They used steam power, had a steam engine that they did the drilling with.
But the school building is just right here, just a rectangle shaped building.
Yeah.
You said there's a wall that went around the schoolyard, and we can see it around back?
Yeah.
And this was in...
we can see the old water well where they got their drinking water for the school.
Were you born in this house?
Yes.
Right there?
Uh-huh.
And you lived right here next to the school until you were 8 years old?
Seven.
Seven. Then you moved on down south across the railroad tracks, down the hill here and across the railroad tracks?
Yeah.
And lived there 2 years?
Uh-huh.
Then after that is when you moved out west of town.
Right.
On the place where your dad died.
Yes.
I'll be darned.
The old Summers place.
Is where you lived in 1930?
Uh-huh.
31?
I ever saw mistletoe growing on an oak tree before?
What you do here?
Right there.
Oh yeah, that dark area. Right in there.
Mainly it grows on elm.
Has it got the white buds on it yet? It doesn't yet, does it?
It should be getting some, I'm not sure.
too early, probably.
You know,
Yeah?
when they did this.
Why don't you tell me about them building this place again?
Oh, they,
How old were you when they poured these cement piers here?
I'd say 5.
Right out in your backyard?
Yeah.
And you,
House was right up there.
and that was before you went to school, and so you watched them all day long?
Yeah. Yeah, I watched them when they was drilling.
And they built up a big wooden derrick here?
Yeah. And then, see, with the steam power, they would run this big old walking beam, and that's what they used to drill the hole with, that walking beam. You know, that's what cranked the rods up and down that they used to drill with, the cable.
And then right here next door to you was the schoolhouse.
Right.
Right where that tree is there, those
That's
trees.
this wall is. They had it
Yeah.
fenced,
They had a fence around the wall?
yeah. That was the north side of our yard, and then the north side of the schoolyard and the south side of ours.
And it's a beautiful view across here.
Yeah. That hill there is
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. So over that hill's Dewar, then back this side of the hill was Coosa,
Well, back south.
a little south.
To our left.
And then south of that was a place called Sandtown.
East of Coosa.
Oh.
Sandtown. And south of Sandtown was the old Gulf Pump Station.
Back out over those trees there.
I
Well,
don't know if you remember or not, but that's what Hollingsworth worked at. He was an engineer
oh, for golf.
for Gulf. He ran the engines, just pumped the oil through the pump station.
Yeah. And so this was your playground here for first 7 years, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, we left here in the fall of 27 and moved down across the tracks. Lived there 28 and 29.
Yeah, and those cement piers were built while you were about 5 years old. You used to.
Yeah.
They tore the whole derrick and everything down because they didn't find any oil.
Right.
And then they left all that stuff here, and you even stepped on a board with 5 nails sticking up out of it. Huh? Cut your foot pretty bad?
It got an infection, and I couldn't hardly walk on it for days.
Uh-huh.
Drove up, so I don't know whether he can get around to see the curbing or not.
And what is your name?
Pippin?
Uh-huh.
Virgie Pippin.
Uh-huh. And you lived here since 1917.
Uh-huh.
Boy. What was the name of this school here?
Ignorant Hill.
Huh. And the school was torn down before 1917. And this was the well back in here. That's what you're looking for?
Yeah.
That's what you're looking at?
I can't see any name scratched on there, but that's what I heard, that his initials and last name was on here. It could be on top where it's covered up too.
And the tree house set up here, they named it Ignorant Hill.
I wonder why they did that.
I don't know. That's what they told us when we moved here.
My dad was on the school board.
I don't know. You know why they named it Ignorant Hill?
I really don't.
That's what they told us.
It
We
is-
moved up here, that this school used to set up here, and they called it Ignorant Hill School.
It was kind of like that down there being named Greasy Flat.
Yeah.
Hmm. Well, you can sure see around the country from up here.
Yep. Got a
Pretty
wonderful
good.
view.
Pretty good place to view from.
sure has.
Did you and your husband build the house?
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
We used to have a store and filling station here.
On your property here?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Out
I
front.
Don't see any.
How's Bertha doing?
Bertha,
Uh-huh.
she died.
Oh, is she died?
Uh-huh.
I guess if I saw it, I forgot it.
June of, let's see,
86?
yeah, June of 86.
Well, I'll say.
She had cancer.
Oh, I see. Well, if I'd heard it, I'd forgot it.
Yeah.
I used to see her so much at the hospital, you know.
Uh-huh. Yeah, she worked there for a long time.
Yes, she did. She was a fine old girl. Sure
And
was.
she was in the hospital for, oh, close to a month altogether.
Uh-huh.
Wheelchair person.
Yeah?